Hey nerdlings!
Hello!
So we recently picked up some video games and video game stuff from a few different places.
Flea markets!
Flea markets, yes, but first and foremost, real quick, just some quick GameStop pickups because they were nice and cheap. Of course, we always like to love on our local GameStop because they're always so sweet to us and take good care of us. But the Saboteur.
Has anybody played that game? That one's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's like one of those like hidden gems. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah, not enough people talk about it because it's a lot of fun. If you like GTA, and I mean, if you're interested in World War II, it's like this is perfect for you.
Aren't you like launching a tank at things in there, or shooting things with tanks?
Yes,
There's something about like
you have to fight some tanks in it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you were launching them, weren't you?
I played this on.
Or no, you just blew one up.
I think PS3.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it on Xbox 360 and it was only $4, I'm like, yeah, I think it's complete. So that was kind of a good buy. I mean, first of all, I'm definitely interested if any of you guys have played this, what you think of it, because like she said, in perfect words, it's a hidden gem.
There are some racy scenes in here, though. You spend a lot of time in it's not a brothel, but like a Moulin Rouge type place.
A little burlesque club.
Yeah, burlesque, that's the word I was thinking of.
But the next one, another 360 game, again, $4. The big thing that sold me on this was, of course, that Atlas name right down there on the bottom. Usually you can't go wrong with them. But it sounds pretty cool. I've never heard of this game otherwise, but just reading the back of it,
The darkness awaits.
It always does awake, doesn't it?
Well, that's what the back says. It says the darkness.
They don't need to see the back, just a nice, pretty front cover.
I couldn't know the right way yet.
Another 360 game, 99 Nights. Now this one I have heard good things about.
It's almost like you're an Xbox fanboy in this pickup.
I know, all of a sudden. Actually everyone's probably thinking, oh, it's about time we got some Xbox games, which you're right, it is about time. The only problem is, usually we do play a lot of stuff on Sony systems, but it's kind of we both seem to like the controller, the feel of the controller.
I think it's just more what we're used to. It's not
it's
that
kind
we're
of
a
what
major
we're used to.
fan
Yeah,
of it.
we don't necessarily seek the stuff out, but it is one of those. It's like if we have a choice to get it on this system or this system, we usually just get the Sony one.
It's like we get it to play on Sony and collect on Xbox.
And then another one for 360. This one looked really crazy. So it's called Legendary. And apparently you're killing a bunch of mythological creatures. Because there's like, what is it, like a griffin on the back and everything.
It's a shame you're not a How I Met Your Mother fan, because you would have said it the way Barney said it. Legend? Wait for it. Damn.
Nice. But this I couldn't resist because, I mean, one, it's super cheap, $2.39, and then just the fact that it was like such an over-the-top, ridiculous idea for a game. It's like someone sitting around one day and they're like, hey, I want to shoot some stuff. But I feel like I've shot like all other things. What could I shoot?
Griffins. You can shoot griffins.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot some freaking griffins. And all kinds of things.
I think there's a Minotaur.
Yeah, those guys are going down. Look me out of your maze, Minotaur.
Hercules?
We picked up a Connect game.
Because we didn't get enough in the joke box.
No, hey, you know what? Yeah, the VGM joke box. We were like, look at all these Connect adventure games. Now, if we can get 3 more copies of Joyride here, which this looks kind of fun because it looks like your little Connect avatar is riding around in a car. So, I don't know. It's probably nuts. It's $2.
Does somebody who ever designed the Xbox, are they Joker fans?
Probably.
They're like, hey, let's make it green. Ooh, the next one, let's make them purple.
Looks like you've been playing Grand
Xbox.
Nice. Hey, that worked out really well. One more Connect game this time around, Fighters Uncaged. I think the idea is that you're supposed to be able to use the Connect to actually, do the moves yourself. But if anyone ever played the Sega Activator, probably know that it probably doesn't work out that well.
Maybe the technology's better for this.
Maybe.
You guys let us know. You tell us in the comments below.
And then we got Chaotic Shadow Warriors for the Wii, again $239. But the thing that actually sold me on this one was the back, because in the top frame there's this cat girl like attacking, and she looks really cool. Is that like Tigra from Marvel, I think, maybe? But that's who it reminded me of, and so that was kind of neat.
Yeah, she's really cool looking.
And I don't know if they have a problem with us sharing this, but I did want to give our GameStop a shout out because they were super nice and they thought of us. They know that we somewhat collect video game related stuff. And they had a book that was going to penny out, a strategy guide. They asked if we were interested in it.
We said yes.
We said yes, so we got a nice hardbound copy of Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. And it's still got like the plastic on the all over it. On the back, it's still got that that sheet that tells you what's in the book, because it is a hardback book, so it's not going to show you otherwise. But it's in great condition. I don't know if it's even been opened or looked at, if they wrapped it themselves. But it was very cool. And books like this, I always love the hardbound books anyway.
On the front.
Yeah, that's B.J. Blazkowicz's child. She's got a...
I don't know anything about Wolfenstein. I played Doom.
So that's it for our GameStop pickup. But as she said, we hit up some flea markets.
We did.
And we found something kind of neat there. Now we're pretty sure this is one of those Carnival prizes that you could get from back in the day. If you're as old as us, as ancient as us.
Yeah.
There was a time when a lot of carnivals would have these prizes where it would be mirrored kind of pictures.
With like a print on top of the mirror, and there was all a lot of the times it was mostly bands.
A lot of bands.
It was mostly bands like Aerosmith and
Aerosmith. I'd believe that there was probably a lot of Aerosmith. But this one was really neat because, of course, it's Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And you've got...
it's neat because the maze is glittery.
It's old school Pac-Man. So he's got that weird shape where he's got legs. He's not like just the Pac-ball shape. But yeah, the glittery part is really interesting because the center piece, it almost looks like a sticker that they took from something. And then the maze itself, at least to me, it kind of looked like someone
homemade.
Did that themselves, yeah.
But I mean, you can, if you look really closely at it, you can see that it is painted, the Pac-Man thing. It's not a sticker, it is painted on there. But it's in this like, almost like record sleeve kind of a thing, but it's, I mean, it's all attached. It's not, you can't take it out.
So it was kind of a cool piece, a very neat find. And what did we...
$750.
$750, I think, for that.
For this.
And I mean,
it's not broken
Pac-Man
or chipped.
Stuff is always cool.
Yeah, so this will look really cool on our game room wall. You can do it!
And there was another
glitter everywhere now.
There was another pretty cool find at the flea market. Oh, a Pac-Man lunchbox.
Pac-Man.
Now, the really cool thing is this is in really nice shape. On the front, you probably saw there was a little bit of a sticker residue. It looks like the same with the handle top.
Look at those legs.
But
funny.
Otherwise, I mean, the sides are all nice, and it
really...
is slightly embossed. So the fact that that's not rubbed away is really cool.
But the neat thing is you know, you've got the ghosts and the fruit all the way around, and then on the top, obviously, you got the word Pac-Man and Power Pellets.
And it looks like we've got a year 1980.
1980. But yeah, his legs look a little ridiculous.
There was one problem with this. It does have the thermos, but it looks like that thermos got a lot of use out of it. Because it is very faded and chipped around the sides. It's cracked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of nothing short of a miracle that the thermos was in there. Mm-hmm. That is an issue you have with a lot of old school lunch boxes.
See it inside the lunchbox, in case you're interested, just plain old. The thing I thought was kind of neat, in case you didn't know where your thermos goes.
Yeah, don't put it on the other side. It'll totally ruin your lunch.
It won't fit over there.
So those were the two game things that we picked up at the flea market. The rest of the stuff that we got right here was from our local game shop, Game World in Nixa. And they were just kind of some fun little pickups. Yeah. We got Bram Stoker's Dracula for Sega CD. And this was a game that kept catching your eye, wasn't it?
Yes, because I love vampires and I love the whole Bram Stoker's movie. The book was a little boring. The book was not better. But yeah, I was always drawn to... I know that Sega CDs aren't the best, and I know that the graphics in the game is probably going to be terrible, but it's just one of those things that's like, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was just one of Keanu Reeves' better movies.
So it looks...
in it like this much.
It looks like, you know, obviously you have the book because you saw the front. The only thing we're missing is that piece of foam.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, it's really not in bad shape. Even the hard plastic, I think there's like a little scratch or something back there, but that's it. It's not too shabby otherwise. And then another game for her because she loves her tabletop Clue games.
I know, I have a big collection of Clue games, and we were in there and we actually found one, it was on Sega, and I asked him, do we have this on Sega? And he said yes. And then right before we left, I was looking through the Super Nintendos, and I was like, ha! I found one for Super Nintendo. Do we have that? And he looked on his list, and he said, no! So I said, well, we do now. It was only like $4.99 too, so I don't really care.
And then I'll leave that there to hold it up, because this one might fall through. But check out this game. Shiny.
Firefly!
So obviously, this being an Atari 2600 game, that came out, you know, decades before the
glitter on my face. See it?
The cult classic show Firefly. You know this is going to have a little bit of a brown coat love in there and everything.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, probably a section like a little
shiny pants.
Maybe like a little bonus game or something for some bonus points where you're spending time with Inara, you know, his favorite companion. But no.
What's he doing with her?
This is obviously one of those great games. There was actually an Atari 2600 game called Star Fox, which of course is not like the Star Fox we all know. But when I saw this Firefly, it was too good to pass.
A Time Lord one too?
Time Lord on NES, yeah, nothing to do with Doctor Who.
But it's fun to get those that have absolutely nothing to do with fandoms now, and people freak out.
So, I think that we got only one more thing from Game World, right?
Piece de resistance. Yes. Okay, everybody, do the Rob dance. I don't know why he
by the way, that's a reference to an old YouTube channel webisode series called Awesome Video Games, where they would do the Rob. So, we got Rob here for, I think we made a deal for $60.
$60.
The owner of Game World, he said that the man that he bought Rob from assured him that Rob worked, but he had not had the time to test him out. We do not have all of the pieces for Rob, so he is untested.
Which is okay.
He's in really good shape otherwise. The pieces that are supposed to move do move. We haven't found any pieces that aren't supposed to move, moving around.
He doesn't rattle like he's not supposed to.
He comes with one claw. The claws can be a little hard to find. And
they do just kind of come off, so it's real easy to lose those.
He has part of his tray. Obviously not the full set or anything. But, you know, so we're kind of piecing them together. Of course, I believe there were only 2 games that worked with Rob, or that Rob worked with.
Gyromite.
And Stack Up.
Yeah.
So we're not too worried about having all the pieces initially, or whether or not he functions. You know, I mean, we would like to have the pieces, and of course, we would like them to work. So whenever we have friends over, we can take 20 minutes to set them up, and then after 5 minutes, they're like, okay, we're sick of that guy. But another nice thing is, if you can see, he's actually not discolored. He's not getting that Nintendo yellowing going on. His sticker in the front, it looks like it's on there and very secure. He has the battery cover on the bottom. Yeah, that's what I was going to point out.
A lot of things have lost the battery cover, but he still has his.
So yeah,
he's just dusty. We got to clean him up.
We thought it was a pretty good price. The owner at Game World was willing to work with us. I think he knows that Rob's going to a good home, where the worst thing that's going to happen to him is he's going to get a little dusty.
Well, he'll get clean, and then he'll get
He'll get new dust.
He'll get our dust.
So yeah, we were pretty excited about that. I mean,
I was
cool.
telling the guy, you know, I was like, Rob's been one of my favorites for a long time now. I never got him as a kid because we never got any of the peripherals for the Nintendo. We just got the box that came with the zapper and then the jumpy pad. What's that thing called?
Power pad.
Power pad. That's the only things we had for it because it was a box deal thing. But I've always wanted him. I've always thought he was cool. Whenever we play Smash Brothers, I always play as Rob, and people make fun of me. But then I kick their butts with the laser eyes. And you know, I immediately, as soon as the amiibos came out, I had to have both of the amiibos: the Famicom Rob and the regular Rob.
Yeah, I was sweet enough to get her the Famicom Rob from Japan before they even announced the U.S. release,
Well,
and so it was like,
yeah.
oh well, we got him now. It's fine.
Yeah, it was cool though because they didn't say he was going to be released here. That was just going to be over there. So he surprised me with it, and then like I think 6 months later or something, they came out over here. Which I don't care about that. I got it first.
So yeah, this was a lot of fun. You know, just kind of hitting up some of our local
we
places.
found some good stuff.
And, you know, a nice variety of things, of course. We always love to hear from you guys. Definitely give the video a like if you liked it. We've got that bell for notifications, and comment below if you have your own Holy Grail that you've been searching for, maybe something you picked up recently. If you ever pick up games just kind of on a random, something that you like because it sounds like something else, because you collect from another format, I guess. Do you go after weird pieces like pack art, Carney Pride pack art, and you know, classic collectibles like metal lunchboxes? That thing's probably like made out of lead. So.
No.
But so definitely leave your comments if you're into any of this or what you've been up to with your game pickups.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook for some pictures of stuff. But you know, get out there and collect some fun stuff, guys.
All right, well, let's go work on our Rob moves.
Okay.
I think I was a little stiff. I gotta loosen up a little.
You're also a little too fast.
yeah. Let's do the real Rob dance.
People don't have that kind of patience to watch the video for that.
That's all right. We'll just cut to Peter's picture. Should we cut to his picture?
I don't know.
Bye, nerdlings.